2 years in the making. Without question, the most controversial man in IWA Mid-South takes on an IWA legend, a man with a resume that speaks for itself. Jimmy Jacobs and BJ WHITMER, extreme grudge match, Brandon Tomaselli. These two guys hate each other.
You know, they do. They definitely do, Ben. And, you know, I was thinking as they were putting the barbed wire ropes up, about back when Vito and Sal were in that Taipei death match, no rope barbed wire. And,
right.
You know, that stuff cuts you to shreds. It's not forgiving, and I don't envy these two men. I'm telling you that right now.
And now, the thing that I think the difference in this match, Brandon, is the fact that BJ WHITMER has been in a no-rope barbed wire match in the past. He was in there with the Necro Butcher in a no-rope barbed wire match in the past. This is the first time Jimmy Jacobs has been in a no-rope barbed wire match, to my knowledge. Now, it may not be the case, but I don't know that for sure. He's not been talkative today. I tried to approach Jimmy Jacobs to get his thoughts. He's been very focused. Same with BJ WHITMER. Both these guys have been very intense since the moment they walked into the building. They've had to wait now all the way until the next day. We are officially into Sunday, I believe.
My clock says 12:50 right now, Ben. 12:50.
So as we approach 1 a.m.
The show started at 7:45 Central Time.
It has been a long night. These guys have had a long time to think about this.
You know, I'm sure they've been thinking about it since the match was announced. I mean, you don't not think about barbed wire tearing into your skin and the damage it can cause. I mean, barbed wire can go into a muscle in your arm, anywhere.
You can see both men have taped up their hands very heavily, knowing that they're probably going to have to grab onto that barbed wire to keep themselves from falling into it at some point.
Yes, they have.
Brandon, we've been around IWA Mid-South for now almost 3-4 years. Has there been a guy that has elicited quite the reaction from the crowd that you've seen as Jimmy Jacobs? I mean, the crowd is so split on this guy.
Jimmy's the type of guy that can get the crowd to boom, cheer him, boom, and then hug him at the end of the match. All in one match, not overtime.
Oh,
that was close.
Short.
You know, I owe Jimmy Jacobs a lot for me being here at this point in IWA Mid-South. One of those guys that you know, let me get in the ring, and even though he beat me up, let me beat him up too. You know, he took a lot of things.
These guys, former tag team partners,
all over the country.
Championship tag team. You've got to imagine Jimmy Jacobs has got a spike hidden somewhere on him. He always carries that spike. Not only that, he's got that. He's got that staff, that walking stick that actually has a knife in it.
I did not know that.
Yes. And now giving chase. This might be where the match, they want to keep it because it's away from the barbed wire.
I was thinking the barbed wire would keep them in the ring.
Not with these two.
Almost like an electric fence of some sort, but you saw Jimmy just baseball slide right through the bottom rope, or under the bottom rope.
Once again, the action spills out of the ring and out of our vantage point, but
isn't that what April Bloodshowers is all about? Just good, hard-hitting fun.
We have had that night full of light heavyweight action, strong style action, and now we end with a no rope barbed wire match. A staple of deathmatch wrestling, and two non-deathmatch wrestlers trying to settle a grudge.
Next time I'll hold a chair for you. Please.
An extreme grudge, if you will, Ben.
Indeed. We know this, Jimmy Jacobs can take a hell of a beating.
Yes, he can.
He is not afraid to put his own body on the line. He does possess that guillotine choke that he has used to quite effectiveness. Jimmy Jacobs, excuse me, BJ WHITMER. Oh!
Okay, fans, how many times does Ian, us on commentary, have to stress, if it looks like the action is coming your way, it probably is. Move.
And now, green chair alert.
Oh, those chairs. You know, I've been fortunate to not get hit with a green chair.
Jimmy Jacobs,
they're coming our way.
I am getting the fuck out of here if that.
Going for a suplex here, Ben.
Oh, on the floor.
It looks like
Jimmy Jacobs now what? Jacobs now jumps up right up here in front of our broadcast.
BJ's cut, Ben.
This is where they should have been fighting all along. Jacobs now. Oh, drops the elbow.
Is this back cut, his upper shoulder? I thought I saw some blood on the ground there from his back.
No, I don't know. Maybe. You see Jimmy Jacobs not wearing that knee brace, still less than 6 months off of having major reconstructive surgery, and it looks like BJ has been cut on his shoulder.
There's a gash on his shoulder. This crowd is scattering like cockroaches when he turned the light on following these two. Everyone just wants to get a little bit closer to the action.
BJ has turned the tables when this match has gone to the outside. Clearly, BJ Whitmer possesses the power, height, and experience advantage over Jimmy Jacobs, but that really means nothing. Jimmy Jacobs has grown leaps and bounds as a wrestler in the last few years.
You know, and Jimmy's one of those guys.
Oh! Oh, God! And that's the thing, when you're in that predicament, you're afraid to move.
You can't move. You can't move because you're going to get cut even more. Got it. What? Oh, knee onto the chairs.
Those green chairs, and they don't give. Those green chairs don't give, they don't break, folks. What? The green chairs are deadly. Look at that brave soul sitting there watching the action like one row.
They love it. They don't want to move. They just want to sit there. I just want to get a little bit closer.
The action spills back into the ring. Both men have really avoided, for the most part, the barbed wire. And now Jimmy holds on. He does not want to be Irish whipped. Oh! That's that first shot that you always talk about. That first time that you hit that barbed wire, what goes through your head? Are you as prepared as you thought you were? Those thoughts are going through Jimmy Jacobs' head right now as he is in excruciating pain here.
You know, but I've never been in this type of match, but at this point, I think Jimmy's got to be not thinking about the negative thoughts and be worrying about what he can do to BJ. Because, oh, this can't be good.
Oh, again, into the barbed wire.
It's just tearing his flesh.
Oh, you can see it catch the flesh as he pulls away. And it's not the hit, it's the pull away is where it happens.
Or it drags. His boots caught up in the barbed wire.
Referee Brian Gorey with those protective gloves. What? Yeah, I can only guess what is going through the mind of Jimmy Jacobs at this point.
Pain. Pain, man.
What have I got myself into, maybe?
And how can I turn the tides and get on the offense? And now as I hope my inner thigh's not all tore up.
Look at him trying to keep himself off the barbed wire. That's it, but you really can't do a lot of moving. Very lucky there. And Jimmy clearly cut the inside of his leg there on the barbed wire.
You know, I cut the inside of my leg shaving it one time for a match. That's not fun. That hurts. This is barbed wire going into your leg. He wants more.
That's the one thing Jimmy Jacobs will not back down. He will ask for more. Even in the face of sure disaster. Oh, man, no. Oh, God.
He's digging that right into his forehead, Ben.
And this.
He's raking it across. I don't know if you can see the ring poles in your way. He was digging it right across his forehead, up and down.
Unbelievable. And this is the nightmare scenario for Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, back into it again. Oh, look at that, just digging it in. Oh, the blood starting to pour. BJ just taunting away at this point. It's been a good 5 minutes now of BJ just dominating Jimmy Jacobs.
Don't go too far back there, Jimmy. You got a bare pole there and barbed wire.
Yeah. There's no protection here at all.
Come on, little boy. That little boy's taking a beating, BJ.
The blood pouring from the forehead of Jimmy Jacobs now.
Crimson mask? Is it a crimson mask yet?
Not yet. Oh, no!
You know, I can remember BJ and Danny Daniels in a dog collar match.
Oh!
And Danny's head was busted wide open. I think BJ enjoys busting people's heads open.
Certainly. Having cut his teeth here in IWA Midsouth, the former World Heavyweight Champion, a former Ted Petty Invitational winner, a former Revolution Strong Style Tournament winner, BJ WHITMER has done it all here in IWA Midsouth. And it is here in IWA Midsouth where he hopes to finally end this thing with Jimmy Jacobs. He wants to put Jimmy Jacobs out, and Jim Fannin would love nothing more than for BJ WHITMER to be the man that finally eliminates his problem in Jimmy Jacobs. The look on Brian Gorey's face tells it all, as he is right there in the action watching the blood spill from the forehead of Jimmy Jacobs. BJ WHITMER's had a couple of minor cuts, but so far has gone relatively unscathed in the barbed wire.
You think Jim might feel better if he just lets everything go with Jimmy, or does he want this? Does he want
I think clearly
the pain and agony in his own head?
Oh!
You see his armpits inside of in the barbed wire there.
And he's reaching now, checking for the cuts. And that's the thing, you don't know where those cuts are gonna come. You don't know how awkwardly you're gonna fall into that barbed wire.
You gotta protect your face, your eyes. Ben, Jimmy has a crimson mask. Brian Gorey taking the gloves off.
He's getting serious.
Yeah, he's definitely getting serious.
Now we're almost at crimson mask.
No, it's
level.
officially a crimson mask, Ben. Look at that.
Wow.
He is gushing.
He is covered.
Crimson.
Yeah.
He had to wipe his eyes.
Oh! He did. That is John Cronus is happy somewhere in heaven or hell, or if there is such a thing.
You know who's not happy is BJ WHITMER's back.
No.
You know, you wonder.
Oh, look at that. Look at the face of Jimmy Jacobs. It's disgusting.
You know, I know BJ has his standard wrestling attire on, but you got to ask, why? Why would you go out there in a Speedo? Do you feel you have something to prove, or are you just that tough? I mean, BJ's proven it tonight. He's just that tough, but you got to ask. Oh.
I believe BJ WHITMER has also competed in the King of the Deathmatch tournament before. If I'm not mistaken, he and Chris Hero are the only ones to, Chris Hero and Tank, the only ones to do the Strong Style tournament, the Deathmatch tournament, and the TPI, but I could be mistaken on that. Not 100% on that. Oh! And again, it's that thing where you're afraid to move once you're up against that barbed wire.
You don't know what to do.
You want to take just that one shot, that initial shot, and you want to just hold yourself there, and as someone tries to drop kick you or whatever, you want to just take that initial impact. You don't want to move across that barbed wire. You'll be cut to ribbons. Again, Jimmy wiping his eyes of the sick, thick blood that pours from his forehead.
What Jimmy has to start worrying about now is the loss of blood. He might start getting lightheaded, get a little winded quicker.
And his eyesight is clearly impaired.
Well, yeah, that too.
And now Jacobs, what's he got in mind here? Oh, spear! Spear! 1, 2, no!
That's got to be, what, the third, fourth, maybe fifth time he's wiped his eyes?
Absolutely. It's clearly a factor in this matchup now. It's one of those things that you can't plan for. You can't plan for your eyes spilling up with your own blood. How do you react to that moment, though? And that is key for Jimmy Jacobs. Does he panic? What happens?
Jimmy's been wrestling.
Oh now.
I think Jimmy's been wrestling 8-9 years now. The experience level for him alone, maybe you don't panic in this situation. Maybe you're used to it. Maybe, you know, you just, it's a second nature to him now. He can wrestle in his sleep, that he knows what to do. And if you look, if they can zoom in, I don't know if that's blood trickling down.
BJ Whitmer has been cut. BJ Whitmer, his face has been shredded.
And I don't know if the inside of his lat has been shredded or if that is blood trickling down. Again, like you say, you don't want to move when you're inside the barbed wire, when you're tangled up. You just want you want to pull out, but you can't necessarily pull out. And you know, you don't want to move up, down. You want to move up, down, to the side. Nothing good can come of barbed wire.
Oh, double stomp onto the stomach. Cover 1, 2.
That was still a strong kick out for BJ. He obviously hasn't lost as much blood as Jimmy, but he's getting close.
What's Jimmy's going underneath the ring?
You never know what you're going to find underneath the IWA Midsouth.
Absolutely. Something wrapped in barbed wire usually.
Duct tape.
Not wrapped in barbed wire, however. I'm a little disappointed. Kind of ruins my bit. Nevertheless, Jimmy Jacobs has got bad intentions.
Yeah, he could.
We saw this the last time we were here. Jimmy Jacobs was the one that was taped to the ropes and was repeatedly whacked with a kendo stick.
Payback's a bitch.
Jimmy Jacobs has clearly got that on his mind here. He put that roll of tape underneath that ring before the show tonight with the intention of using it here.
Oh, he almost had his hand duct taped to the barbed wire.
He knew
He's wrapping
right
around his throat. Even better, choke him out.
Oh, that's insane. This was clearly a calculated move by Jimmy Jacobs. And now BJ doing everything he can to try to keep that.
He wants no part of that.
I mean, we call these things death matches, but they're not supposed to actually result in death. And now he's got the wrists of BJ Whitmer. And now this is bad news for BJ. He is really wrapping those things up.
He's just taking extra precaution, Ben. Extra precaution.
Oh no, and this is worst case scenario for BJ Whitmer. The tide has been completely turned at this point.
BJ, he's stuck. The only way BJ can either have someone come to help him, I think. There's no. And a fan just graciously offers his own chair.
BJ helpless. Oh!
Look at the blood.
Sickening
Look at the blood mark on the chair, Ben.
And now just wild swings.
He's swinging for the fences there. He wants to hit that home run.
Oh, God.
You know, even if BJ gets out of this, he's in no fighting shape.
It's gonna be.
Oh, look who it is.
Here comes Jim Fannin, still clearly feeling the effects of that beatdown from Blackout. Jim Fannin has interjected himself in this matchup. IWA rules, of course. No disqualifications. But you gotta think.
Casualties of barbed wire, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but Jim Fanning's shirt is torn from barbed wire. I don't think Blackout did that to him.
Now you can see a cut starting to form.
Oh, the crowd wants this. The crowd really wants this, and so does Jimmy. So does Jimmy.
Oh! That is what they call a receipt.
He took a lot of pleasure in that. Crowd wants one more time. I don't think Jim Fanning wants one more time.
Contra code! Contra code!
Oh, on the chair!
The back of his head smacked off that chair! Cover 1, 2, no! Whitmer kicks out at 2.5!
I thought it was over, man. I really thought it was over.
You thought it was over? Jimmy Jacobs had to think it was over. That worked out perfectly. The back of BJ Whitmer's head slammed against that chair.
And rightfully so, they're getting the "This is awesome" chant. This is awesome. If you're a fan of hardcore wrestling, this is an awesome match.
Hell, if you're just a fan of wrestling, you can feel the hatred these two have for each other.
That's barbed wire in the throat, by the way.
And now BJ going under the ring himself.
Again, maybe this time your dreams will come true, Ben. Maybe you'll get something wrapped in barbed wire.
Oh, what a surprise. It's a board covered in barbed wire.
Hey, all I'm saying is IWA makes your dreams come true.
That's right. Oh, wait a minute. Jacobs to his feet.
Oh.
Wow, caught himself.
He only got the blood out of his eyes, so he could see that. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, my. Oh. Jacobs slips out. Oh.
Jimmy doesn't want it.
Guillotine. Does he get it locked? Does he get the guillotine choke locked? I don't know that he has his hands locked.
Oh, he just backed up against the ropes. Oh, no. He's ramming him. Oh! Jimmy's head's on the barbed wire. Jimmy's head is on the barbed wire. Holy shit is right.
This has been everything we thought it would be and so much more. These two have an intense hatred for each other.
Oh, that barb was stuck. God. It's stuck in his back. It's stuck in his back.
Brian Gorey there to try to fish it out.
Zoom. There was Cameraman's right there getting. Oh!
And he finally gets him loose. Cover 1, 2. No! How does he kick out? No way! And now BJ's got something in mind. Back onto the ring he goes. Oh, there's a trick. Oh, blood starting to pour from the back of Jimmy Jacobs now. Oh, that's a barbed wire table. No. And now, BJ's got the wire cutters. He might be thinking about taking down one side of that wire. Everybody watch your eyes. Told you. I warned you. And now BJ's got those wire cutters. Oh, drive them in the top of Jimmy Jacobs' head. These fans will learn one way or another. When that shit whips in their face, they'll move. And Jimmy rolls out of the ring to just get out of the way.
Come on, Jimmy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What does he have? Jimmy Jacobs is a mess. He has been shredded by this barbed wire. Oh, elbow to the gut. Oh, wait a minute. We saw this with Mickey Knuckles and Ian Rotten at the Ian Rotten retirement match.
Ah!
Oh, those halos made of barbed wire. It is the Lord's Day, isn't it?
Ben, my stomach's turning all which ways right now because of this match. I may have lost my appetite.
BJ, oh, he's trying to get that halo off his head. No, wait a minute.
Now with the barb stuck in his head though, you can't, the only way to get it off is by ripping it off. And that you gotta do like a Band-Aid real quick.
BJ's got something else in mind. This has bad news written all over it, folks. Jimmy Jacobs, he might just quit here.
Yes or no? I do.
Both these guys, oh, wait a minute. BJ pulled a spike out of his boot. BJ one-upping Jimmy Jacobs, had his own spike. He's got that spike in his right hand. I don't know if Smart Mark cameras caught it, but he definitely has that spike. And now, wait a minute, Jimmy goes in. We saw this last time. This is like a hockey fight with spikes.
Jesus. Shank or be shanked. Oh, his hair is wrapped around that.
Oh no! I have seen some shit, but that is insane! Unbelievable! A pile driver from the ring to the floor through a barbed wire table. What will these guys not do to win this match?
Everything I complained about this show being late, it's officially Sunday and all that, it is totally worth it because of this one match.
These two men have come in full bore, holding nothing back.
Ready to kill.
Oh, Jacobs kicks out again. Where does he find it? This is insane. What more does BJ WHITMER have to do? And now you're just your run-of-the-mill table.
Well, there's extra barbed wire laying around. Maybe we can just throw it on there.
Sure. Why not?
I gotta question the pile driver though, Ben. Why pile drive on the barbed wire?
One of those spur-of-the-moment things. You make that decision. Maybe he felt him slipping off his back.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. I was too caught up in the moment myself to even think that he just wanted to inflict pain on Jimmy and didn't care about inflicting it onto himself. And is he he's grabbing a ladder, Ben. What could be going through BJ's mind right now?
He's got something in mind. He's got that table set up in the ring, and now he's got a ladder. Desperation move from Jimmy Jacobs there, pays off. Oh, he just hurls that ladder
Insult
at him.
to injury, just throw the ladder on him. Jimmy's actually feeding off this crowd, Ben. I think that's...
In a bizarre way.
He's feeding off the crowd. They're chanting his name. Whether he likes it or not, normally, for some reason, the crowd is I think they're keeping him in this match.
There is clearly a section of this crowd that is anti-Jimmy Jacobs as well. That was a huge swing with that chair. Another sickening shot to the face of BJ WHITMER. Oh!
That's a real steel chair, by the way.
Look at it, it's a mess now. Look at it, it's bent, it's mangled. And now, wait a minute. Jacobs now, what's he got in mind? This whole idea of bringing a ladder and this table in may backfire in the face of BJ WHITMER.
He's grabbing more barbed wire, Ben.
Why not? Oh, and he's gonna wrap himself in the barbed wire.
Could he hit a senton? You think he's gonna hit the senton? A splash? What do you think, Ben? He's known for hitting that top rope senton.
He is clearly willing to take the risk here.
You know, Ben, I question this like I question the pile driver. Why inflict pain on yourself?
Oh! The table doesn't break!
How does the table...
This is IWA Midsouth.
Tables don't break at April Bloodshowers. No, one more time. Nothing worse than laying on a table and someone jumps off a ladder and it doesn't break. I know from experience, dude.
Oh. And now Jimmy Jacobs. One more time. He's gonna take the risk again. And now Jimmy Jacobs.
All the way at the top.
Oh! Does it break again? 1, 2, 3. Unbelievable finish to April Bloodshowers. Jimmy Jacobs. Unbelievable. There's nothing more than I could say that the fans are already saying.
Awesome.